This, fans, will probably be one of the best matches we've had here on IPW Weekly Recap, if not the best match. Coming to the ring right now with this gimmick he stole from Perry Saturn. That's AJ Styles from NWA Wildside, one of the top independent superstars in the business. And here he is, the IPW Heavyweight Champion. He's a multiple champion all around the country, and he's held that belt for quite a while. A double champion here at one point. It's the Black Nature Boy, Scoot Andrews. And Ron, this is an independent lovers fest.
It's a what?
It's an independent lovers fest.
What the hell are you talking about, independent lovers fest?
You know, it's independent, and they're festive. I don't know.
Forget it. Aaron Royal, you can't even call what this is. This is the independent match.
That's an armbar.
This is the independent match of the year is what it is. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels tore it up at the Florida WrestlePlex. Scoot Andrews and Christopher Daniels tore it up in that very same building. Now you have the the heap of the pile. You got the guy from Wildside, the king of the independents up in Atlanta, Georgia, taking on IPW's own Scoot Andrews. This is going to be a classic.
That was a great roll out there by AJ Styles. Has kind of a Jamie Howard look to him. We may not like him, Rod, but as you said, he may be considered the top independent cruiserweight, heavyweight, whatever he's wrestling for. He's probably one of the top 2 or 3 guys in the business today, along with Scoot Andrews. And fans, I can't stress enough what a treat this is for not only for you to be watching it, but for myself and Ron Niemi as well.
The Florida WrestlePlex and IPW Hardcore Wrestling are the only buildings and organizations in Florida that's willing to bring talent like this in. You see Scoot Andrews level AJ Styles. That's the one thing I got to point out right now. I'm not quite sure who is the most technically gifted athlete in the ring, but I'm here to guarantee you, you want to talk about power, you want to talk about strength, Scoot Andrews has the edge in that department.
I would give you that, Ron, but I tell you who's not the most technically gifted in the ring is referee gentleman Jim Bragg.
He's not technically gifted whatsoever, and as a matter of fact, he's very constipated, and the fact that they put him in this important match with huge arm drags like that, what are they thinking having him as the referee? What in the hell are they doing? That was impressive. It's incredible.
I tell you what, Ron, I would try to call these maneuvers, but we can't even call them maneuvers during a Devin Nash snow match. I'm certainly not going to try to keep up with all this movement here between these 2 great high flyers, but that was a kick to the back of the neck by AJ Styles. I know that much.
AJ Styles may come from NWA Wildside, and I might not like the guy at all. The truth is, he doesn't answer to Bill Behrens. He isn't somebody that marches around taking the orders from some hick in Atlanta, Georgia, who thinks he's got some nationally syndicated big-time promotion. AJ Styles, he marches to his own beat. He comes to IPW on his own free will. He's here for the most coveted heavyweight title in the business, the IPW Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, Scoot Andrews held several titles all around the country, but everyone who knows Scoot knows the one he has the most pride in, the one he had to work for the longest to get away from Marvelous Mike Sullivan is that IPW title, and he's not going to be an easy target for AJ Styles. AJ Styles may run roughshod up there in Georgia. He may run roughshod when he travels all across the country, but as you can see, he's not running roughshod over the Black Nature Boy.
The Mud Baby Star Stevens is also somebody that came from the NWA in Georgia before they are known as Wildside, and you hear, wow, look at that. What this combination reminds me of is Jeremy Lopez and Jet Jaguar and Jeff Peterson. What in the hell is that?
I don't know, but he just dropped AJ Styles right in his face, and both men are down. This match, you see, it's been cut a little bit. They've already been going about 15, 20 minutes at this point, and both guys are worn out, and whoever gets up first will have a decided advantage in this heavyweight title match. Great camera shot there.
It looked like AJ Styles was going for a Hurricane Run, and somehow Scoot Andrews caught him midway through his twist and dropped into a face-first driver of some sort. And if that's not enough to finish off AJ Styles, which it obviously isn't because he's up on his knees at the same time as Scoot Andrews, I got to give the guy credit. He might be a hell of a lot tougher than I thought he was.
I tell you, if Scoot had been able to get the pinning combination right away, he might have gotten the 3 count, but he'd been worn down during the course of this match, and he was just as tired after that maneuver as AJ was. Oh, and a nice spinning kick there right to the face of AJ Styles, and our boy Scoot Andrews is starting to take control of this match, IPW style.
Now, the recuperative powers of these guys when it comes to their health, when it comes to the pain that they're going through, it reminds me of the garbage. What's wrong with you, Aaron? You're coming here for 2 months like you were hit by a truck, and now you're sitting next to me unscathed. How did this happen? Please explain it to me.
Well, they were able to caress my medulla oblongata as well as taking skin grafts from all over my body. And I tell you what, Ron, I still am a little bit tender, but I'm feeling much better.
You're not quite as tender as the hot, juicy chicken tenders at Extra Innings Ballpark Cafe at 1850 Central Avenue, St. Pete. You know, Aaron, they have these sweet, hot hot sauce, and you take and you dump it into the blue cheese.
Well, Ron, I understand that nothing is quite that tender, but right now we have to talk about how tender Scoot Andrews must be after getting thrown off that top rope. And AJ Styles up top. Oh, beautiful 450 splash. 1, 2. And if that doesn't finish off Scoot Andrews, nothing might.
These guys keep on pulling out one more trick out of that bag. They keep on pulling another ace out of the sleeve. Jim Bragg looks like he's blown away. After this match, I'm in the back, and the gentleman comes up to the Mud Baby, and he says, Star, did you see that match? How come when you came down from NWA in Georgia, you didn't tell us about this AJ Styles? You didn't give us the inside track, brother. And Star Stevens looked him dead in the eye, and he said, Jim, I was too busy out back trying to score me some funny to be paying attention to any AJ Styles.
And that's where Gentleman Jim Bragg first heard about the funny, and thus goes the corruption of another referee in IPW.
Scoot Andrews comes off, goes.
Oh,
he went for a tornado
Jordan.
DDT coming off the second rope. AJ Styles caught him, looked like he's going to drop him into a big suplex, and Scoot Andrews still drove his head right into the mat. This match is amazing.
And AJ Styles kicking out, I've got to give him credit. That's amazing. Even Iron Mike Sullivan, even some of our other IPW guys might have been down after that, but AJ Styles kicks out, and he came guns a-blazing from Wildside. But we were talking about Gentleman Jim Bragg, Ron. Oh, let's not talk about that now. We got a pending combination. Speaking of Gentleman Jim Bragg, I don't know if you fans noticed, but yes, it is his birthday coming up soon as we let him referee all 3 matches in tonight's show.
Gentleman Jim Bragg is going to turn the young age, and I have to call it the young age of 63, and to be honest with you, Aaron, he don't look a day over 72.
No, he doesn't, Ron. For a man of 63, he's definitely looking quite spry. A lot better than Star Stevens, a man of 24, in his condition.
The other day I was talking to my best friend, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. You know, you've seen the pictures, Aaron, from the concert where I was backstage hanging out with all my buddies. He was talking to me about the great talent we have here in IPW Hardcore Wrestling and how he'd like to be a part of it. But I looked at him and I said, listen, Bono, Edge, Peter Gabriel, Peter Cetera, everybody's turned down the challenge. Listen, Steven Tyler, I might be your buddy. I might be back here partying. But the truth is, you come to IPW, you got to get in the ring and fight the man, the hardcore giant, Ron Niemi.
All right, Ron Niemi, I'm surprised you haven't talked about your 3-match win streak against Naftali yet.
Since you bring
that
it up.
Everybody knows never happened. I shouldn't even have brought it up. Right now, we should be talking about these 2 guys going through a great series of maneuvers and reversals here in the ring. Oh, and Scoot going for one of his patented maneuvers there.
The forces of nature.
But Gentleman Jim Bragg, a little bit tired from working all 3 matches, plus a little inebriated, as we saw earlier, gets knocked out. And here comes another wild side competitor, David Young. Ron, this guy is brutal. This guy is technical. This guy is amazing. And he does a big gourd buster to Scoot Andrews.
That's a wicked spine buster is what it is. And the former multiple-time NWA World Tag Team Champion takes out Scoot Andrews. David Young has been a thorn in our side for a month now, and we got to do something about this guy.
Oh, look at that, though. Scoot kicks out. We thought maybe that would be it after David Young interfered, but Scoot Andrews still had enough energy left in him to kick out, and he's still alive trying to defend his IPW title.
Scoot Andrews is a soldier. He's a fighter. He's a man that has some honor and has put more prestige in the IPW heavyweight title than I could even ever imagine. I love this guy, and he is a fighting champion.
Yes, he is, Ron. Just like we'll see many of our fighting champions right back here at the WrestlePlex, December the 22nd. And, Ron, we've seen him do this maneuver in the past. What does he call that? That is amazing. I think he just made it up.
I believe it's a crab leg.
Ron, he just pinned it. He just pinned Scoot.
Unbelievable. There goes the IPW heavyweight title.
Ron, I hate to interrupt you, but we've got to go, fans. We'll be back next week.